Right now, right now, yes, we want. Oh, I didn't talk now. Yeah. Alright. Alright.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shalom Israel. We are the I.S.U.P.K out of 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Under Commander General Yohanna been teaching the truth that blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are the 12 lost tribes of the nation of Israel, right? So tonight class will be about the Mosai is not about this love right through the Christian church, like to push and thing, right? So when you check back in the Christian church, they already show you like the dread side of the Mosai and thing. I always show you like the always talk about the loving part of the Mosai and thing, and not why people now when you watch them now, people really have no regard to keep the Mosai laws, statutes, and judgments and to. And when you watch again to that, why the nations, all the other nations have no respect for the nation of Israel, right? Because again now these Christian pastors and them preach that everything about the Mosai is about love, love, love and thing. And when you really go in the scriptures and really open the book and thing, it's not about that and thing, right? So tonight here we will just show you like and Matthew, like the most popular verse and them they love to use in the Christian church. And now after that now we go show you now what the Mosai was always killing people from ever since, and even up to now the Mosai is still killing people and thing, right? So when we go and see these now and thing now is like the people now is like, wait, I didn't know the Mosai was so and thing, right? So again now this is the I.S.U.P.K now again now been out since 1969 teaching the truth to the blacks, Hispanics and Native Indian man. Knowing that you is the Mosai firstborn, right? And then right, you the Mosai chosen people now. So now you know that we have things we have to follow and thing, right? And we not to follow these other nations and them, right? So again, for the Christian church like to push all these nice verses and thing, and tonight we gonna show you some of the verses and them like to push and thing, and everybody most popular ones. And now we go see now where the Mosai was killing people right through the Bible and even up to today, right? So the first one we go start with is in Matthew 6 and 10. Yeah, everybody know the Our Father prayer and thing too, right?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
And then now when we watch wrong now, all these every day we go in the Christian church and thing, and the same thing over and over and thing, right? Same thing I pray every year and thing. New Year's I come down to Easter, then again come down to Christmas, and you not knowing that the Mosai not about these things and not having the fear of the Mosai. So I say now again when you now start to have the fear of the Mosai, now it's you gaining knowledge and the judgment time and thing, right? knowing the wrong and the right and thing, right? Of the Most High and thing, and then how you start to fear the Most High and thing, right? So when you watch today again now, all these Christian church and thing, everybody all about love with the Most High, and then from when you go back from straight from Genesis, all the beginning, now you go start to see with the Most High. When you go against him, the train well again as generations come down who we as before we start off with being Noah and thing or from Noah come straight down and thing, right? So now you're gonna start seeing how we yesterday Israelites and thing, right? So now you'll get to see the Most High was always killing people and he still continue to kill people even today and all the corona going wrong and all. So even some people today and like to say the Most High the Most High send no COVID-19 and thing, but when you go in the scripture, the Most High say he make dead and he make alive. So when we go and check these things and want to say, just say even self Peter saying it, not the Most High. When you go in the scripture and you check the reality and all too, by you breathing every day is the Most High doing it. When somebody die and all too, again the same way is the Most High doing and the Most High doing it and all too. But again now, these are the popular ones again now. Everybody yeah, the our Father prayer say let me just go to the our Father prayer, right? Have it?
Right. The book of Luke 11 and verse 2. And he said unto them, when ye pray, say, Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, as in heaven, so in earth. Give us day by day our daily bread, and forgive us our sins, for we also forgive everyone.
So no see when we go through say again the our Father prayer and thing, right? So this is mostly popular ones that everybody put the Most High as the ones who look over them like the shepherd look over them and thing. I say they say now we say so thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, right? So every day when it come now, this is everybody say, yeah, but no matter what the Most High will provide for me and things, but the Most High wants more from you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indian man and thing too, right? So not just about you just provide and looking out for you, that's as a shepherd will look after his sheep and thing too, right? So you want you to hearken to him and thing, you want to listen and observe and do all his commandments and judgments as he say and thing again to it. So again now this is where they push again and another one they come again now and pushes the Psalms 121, right? Right. So all these prayers and things, my my help cometh from the Lord, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. Again, and then after now, as they now read there again to see all these prayers coming to who? The nation, nation of Israel, right? So this is King David again praying for his nation and thing, right? And the Lord is thy keeper and thy shade upon thy right hand. So again, all these things and them, but again, they're not teaching they're not teaching that, hey, when you go against the Mosai, you go against the you come like you're going against the Mosai law, statute and judgment, that it have penalties, you will pay for that and all too. And they don't even teach that all these other nations and all to the Mosai deal with these other nations for going wrong the children of Israel and all too in the scriptures and thing. But and the Christian church, I make me feel that we on the same level in the Christian church. So when you watch wrong in the Christian church again, what things what not should be happening. We're not supposed to be seeing no church with no East Indian, no Chinese, no white man, and all these sorts of things not supposed to be taking place again. So again, this is all with the continue to with him and thing. And then after we have the Lord is my shepherd and I shall not want, and lead me into deep pastures. And so they keep on reading these verses and thing again. And this is a very popular one, and they're not showing the dread side of the Most High. And now we will go into the scriptures like to see like in the beginning now. In Genesis now, you go see where the Most High was killing people from the beginning and thing to right. And again now, who it is, his firstborn is the children of Israel and the day and thing right. And we should be coming back to the Most High law, statute and judgments and things, right? So now again, so this is what it is now, right? So the same thing we didn't want to keep. The same thing we didn't want to keep back then is the same thing now we have to come back come back to the Most High law, statute and judgment. Because if we don't, if we say Moses law, most people mostly feel like Moses law really done away with and thing. No, it ain't done because Christ really come to get grace to get right. So all the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indian man who not following the Most High laws, you will be persecuted by the Most High and thing, right? So again, we need to come back to the Most High law, statutes, and judgment because again, we as a nation, we fall and thing, right? We should be the ones on horses right now. We the ones to the ground and thing, right? So again, the Most High waiting for us to come back to him to put all these other nations and them in subjection and all kind of thing. And now we go get to start to see now with the Most High again. It's not about this love alone and thing.
That's right.
The Most High have a bad side, right? And thing too, right? So let me go to Isaiah 45 and give me 5 and 7.
The book of Isaiah 45 and 7. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things.
So you see again now, the Most High saying, the Most High, this is he, right? So this is what he's saying again, right? So all these Christians like that, and all these Christian women, I have a relationship with the Most High, and I still love the Most High and all kind of thing and thing. But you hear the Most High say again, he create light, he create darkness, right? Create peace, he create evil and thing, right? So again, the Most High have again now when we go against the Most High and thing, or the Most High have vengeance, right? And thing, right? Just like if somebody do you something wrong and thing, you go what justice and thing, right? So the Most High have justice on the face of it when we go against him, right? You China, Israel, and also these other nations and all to the Most High have just judgment for you and all to going against the China, Israel, right? So again now you see the Most High saying again he do all these things and thing, right? So light, darkness, good, evil, right? All these things, and I might have many more any verses and thing, right? So the Most High do all this and thing, right? So let me go to Genesis. Let me go to Genesis chapter 6 and verse 1 to 8.
The book of Genesis 6 and verse 1. And it came to pass, when men began to multiply on the face of the earth, and the daughters were born unto them, that the sons of God saw the daughters of men, that they were feared, and took them wives of all which they choose.
Right, so hold on there, right? So in the Christian church now, they say the sons are gods, right? So they love to say this is like the angels and them, right? So the angels now start to have sex now with women and thing, right? And thing, and so that one thing offer that one thing off already, right? And then after now that done off already, right? And then after now, when you come to the I.S.U.P.K now you're going to know that this year this was not talking about the angels and them too. So again now when you go in the scriptures now, you go get to know who the sons of God is, right? So yes, the angels and them also is sons of the Most High too, but also again the men and them who following and doing the work of the Most High is sons of God, and also the children of Israel and all too is sons of the Most High and all too. So that's how the Most High say we are his firstborn and all too. We are his firstborn, so we are sons of the Most High, right? So when we go give me Romans chapter 8 and verse 14.
The book of Romans 8 and verse 14. For as many as are led by the Spirit of the Most High, they are the sons of the Most High.
Right. So when you watch the day and thing, right, they see the I.S.U.P.K and thing, you see them all out in Chicago, Louisiana, Alabama, Texas, right? And then Jamaica and thing, right? Then Trinidad and thing, right? Then every state in America and all too, right?
Right.
Then England and all thing, right? So these we are the sons of the Most High and thing, right? Because we out there doing the work of the Most High and all too, right? So now that's as again now when you go in the scriptures and think when you check back all these prophets and them, right? Jeremiah, Amos, Zephaniah, Zechariah, right? Moses, Paul, and thing. These are these are sons of the Most High and thing, right? These are men at certain times and thing you'll be going to get inquiry at the Most High and thing. So that time when Jeremiah walked in the face of the earth, that the man you have to go to and thing. When even with Christ and also when Christ was our King was walking it, that the man was thing, that the sons of God and all too. They go back with Paul and all too again. Like when Paul walked in the face of the man and them, that the fellas and them would have go to inquire the Most High. So these are sons of the Most High. I'm not talking about where the Christian church come and tell you the angels and them having sex. The angels are not giving into sex and all too, right? They are not created to have sex and thing, right? Right? So that next thing and all too another time, like when we get time, you'll go through them things and all too. So again, everything is about the Christian church. It wayward and thing. And go and thing, you just sit down there, no understanding, and just go. And now when it come and tell people the truth and thing now again, and if you're spirit for the Most High, you think if not, again, well, destruction and all too, right? So now when you go back in the scriptures, to say that the sons of God saw the daughters of men, that they were fair, and they took them wives of which they choose, right? So now this is again now the Most High now chosen people now again have his women and them now. So again, these men and them was not going wrong the women and them they should be going wrong today. So what should be happening today and think black Hispanics and Native Indian man. When you walk in the road, you should either be with all these either Hispanics and them, Native Indians and them, or Negroes and them. So now what these men and them started do, they started growing these other nations and them, right? So now they are like when we check around now and thing, right? So they say like they are fair and thing, right? So when we check like we say like and this is about it and all to I think the I.S.U.P.K now. When you're growing on a woman now again, and think that's how you know what woman you can, because they see your nation, right? So they see that the father and thing, that who they is and thing. I say when we check like sister, when we check now like Shensi and thing, right, you see them looking good, yeah, they're pretty and thing. Just as how the scripture say there was fair and thing, right? So fair mean beautiful in the Bible, not really not the white man perspective, like to say like skin color and thing, right? That one they're not talking about that and all too. So when people see that and all too again in the Christianity and all, but let's think that hey, there's a fair woman you're talking about, when that not talking about a fair woman, that really talking about a beautiful woman. So now we learn, you know that hey, when you watch wrong and all too, like but we see let me see and so we are Shen see her from Jamaica and thing, right? So let me see some we see another hidden woman and a woman be again maybe looking beautiful and things like that. Only they're looking beautiful. We as the nation is where we're not supposed to be going wrong these other nations because we pay the penalty for going wrong these things and all in the early and even up in Noah and them time, right? And all too, right? And coming down the whole line and then we continue to pay the penalties for going wrong these other nations and things. So when we check like we are Shensi and things, but she's a Chinese and things, she mother is black, but she father is a Chinese. So again, everybody will say, yeah, she's a black woman. No, she's not black. She's a Chinese, right? And thing, right? Biblical name Moab, right? So that one. So when we check we see is Nisha B. She name is Rabi B sister, right? Another when another one again fair. I think I say yeah, she's a beautiful woman. We have Deja, who does do the TV6 news and them thing again, right? So they had them there, but the thing about it, we are black Hispanics and native, you know, we're not supposed to be going wrong these other nations and so again, because in you say again, now you go see that the Most High again destroy the earth for that, right? So we're going back in the scriptures again now. So now we get to know the sons of the Most High and thing. I was talking about these the Most High firstborn and thing, right? Chosen people, right? And it took them wife and all which they choose, right? And verse 3. And the Lord said, my spirit shall not always strive with man, for he also is flesh, yet his day shall be 120 years. Verse 4. There were giants in the earth, and in those days also after that, when the sons of God came in unto the daughters of men, and they bare them children to them, the same became mighty men, which were of old men of renown. Right? So again, we're not supposed to be growing around these other nations and them again too again. So even from the early part of Genesis and all too again, you're seeing again in the scriptures, even the Most High, like, you know, so if the Most High was always about love and thing, and you see in things, even in scriptures, like, you know, hey, don't go wrong these other nations. And even if it didn't serve no one out to the Most High, just like, look at even serve they didn't know who they're talking about, it have a separation and all too. Then it and all to say, like, you know, hey, don't go wrong these with him because he displeased at it. He saying, hey, but I sorry I create man, because I don't give away something to do already, and what you are going against me, going against me right now, right? Go ahead to verse 5.
Book of Genesis 6 and verse 5.
Can.
The book of Genesis 6 and verse 5. And God saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was evil continually. And it repented the Most High that he made man on the earth, and it grieved him at his heart.
So see again now, so again, see in verse 6 again, Mosiah wrote, say, boy, I tell these men and them to certain women to go wrong and think they're going wrong, these are the women and them and thing, right? So yeah, they're beautiful, but I don't want to go wrong them other women and them. So today, you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indian man, you should be only going wrong your people, right? Which is the same Hispanics, Native Indians, and you Negroes. You are the nation of Israel, right? So go ahead to verse 7.
Verse 7. And the Lord said, I will destroy man whom I have created from the face of the earth, both man and beast, and the creeping thing, and the fowls of the air, for it repents me that I have made them.
Right, so see now again now, so now, you see what the Mosai, you see now when I read up with 7, say now again. So the Mosai all about love and kisses and thing and hallelujah and all kind of thing, right? You see again the Mosai saying he will destroy, right? Go to verse 8.
Verse 8. But Noah found grace in the eyes of the Most High.
So this man listening to the Mosai and thing, this man listening now, hey, don't eat no pork, shrimp, crab, no lobster and thing. Don't take part in them pagan feasts these other nations and them taking part in and thing. Don't go and marry these other thing. And this man observing and he doing all these things and them things. So this man he had the love for the Mosai, he had the faith for the Mosai, right? So let me go to verse. Let me go to Genesis 7 now, and verse 21 and verse 24.
The book of Genesis 7 and verse 21. And all flesh died that moved upon the earth, both of fowl and of cattle, and of beasts, and every creeping thing that creeped upon the earth, and every man, all in whose nostril was the breath of life, of all that was in the dry land died.
So now when we watch again now, say all I love to say and think that hey, the Mosai do have another side. Look we just read it there and thing too, right? People perish for not keeping a order the Mosai set out and thing, right? Again, and ever from sins again. If you don't want to go, anytime we decide to go against the Mosai again, we just continue feeling the wrath of the Mosai, right? When you watch wrong again to the nation of Israel and thing again, watch wrong again too. We feeling the wrath of the Mosai, we feeling the wrath of all these other nations and them upon we and thing, right? Breathing down with back all kind of thing, right? So again, because we didn't keep the law, statutes, and judgments and all these things that we records and things too. So all these things is different sins and them were putting we down as a people and things. So even when we watching sexuality and all too again, the most I have it for we for not going wrong these other nations and all too, and we disobey. So again, they go seem like yeah. Hey, I see a nice East Indian girl and things. She wait name she quiet. When she talk to me, she is listening and all kind of thing. But ask yourself this now, right? The them East Indians went through what the nation of Israel when the nation of Israel went through did. Them woman went through what woman went through and things. So when you check, they lost their parents and things. So when we check back now and you see now how them there's be talk how them there's be talking and thing and how they be carrying on and thing. They had the whole parenthood and thing. No, we lost that, and then after again, what we lost most important, we lost our culture and thing, and not knowing that we is God choosing people. We the one should be running the earth and thing, right? So that's as we know, that's as we are when we are the sons of the Most High and thing, like sons of gods and all too. This was next one again, well, like Noah again too again. He was a man of the Most High and thing, so he again was again sons of the gods and sons of God, right? So again, keeping the Lord's statute, judgment, and then keeping the Most High Spirit on him, right? Not letting him go that and thing through again, right? So that's again the early part. We see it already from the beginning and all to Genesis, and we see it already, right? So again, I love this the Most High all about love and thing and thing. No, the Most High know about love and thing. We have to start to fear the Most High and thing. And then the Most High go love you and give you all where was promised to our forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and thing right to rule this earth and thing right and to be with that covenant with the Most High, right? Right? So let me go to give me Samuel 15 and 1 to 3.
Which Samuel? First or second?
First Samuel.
First Samuel 5.
15. 1 to 3.
The book of Samuel 15 and verse 1. Samuel also said unto Saul, the Lord sent me to anoint thee to be king over his people, over Israel. Now therefore, hearken thou well.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead and verse 2.
Verse 2. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, I remember.
Hold on, eh? Right, my bad. So this again now we now see again, right? So this is Samuel now again now coming to Saul and thing and telling him, hey, and thing that you going and be in charge of the children of Israel and thing, right? So now again now this is again now we always have priesthood among us to guide you, and always had that law in us and thing, right? So you see again right now again this is I.S.U.P.K now guiding the children of Israel, like having all these priests and prophets all over to guide you, right? And this is now again, right? This is now this is Samuel now giving Saul instructions from the Most High and thing, right? And to tell him, hey, listen to the Most High, right? Go into verse 2. Right? Verse 2.
Verse 2. The book of Samuel 15 and verse 2. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, I remember that which Amalek did to Israel, how he laid wait for him in the way when he came up from Egypt.
Right, hold on. So now, when we watch around today and all to every nation on the face of the earth, right? Every nation on the face of the earth want to have blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians as slaves and thing, right? So when you check back and think, so that the first thing that happened there now, the first people again now has to do the Egyptians, and now it's spread. Hey, let me go and get them. Let me go and get them. Let me go and get the nation of Israel. Let me go and put them in servitude and thing. Let me go and do them wickedness and thing, right? Again, so because now we're not keeping the Most High laws and thing, what's happening and thing too again. So the Africans and them again put us in slavery, and most of we feel like, hey, we Africans and thing when we are not Africans and all too, right? We look alike, just like the Japanese and Chinese look alike, but there's two different ways. Biblical name Moab, Ammon, right? The same thing for these Africans and them we like to call saying Zimbabwe and Angola and all these things and thing no and thing the nations for them is the Egyptians, the Canaanites, the Libyans and the Ethiopians and them, right? So now we have the nation of Israel, right? And thing, right? We make up of 12 tribes and thing, right? So again, we have to come and say yeah, black people are selling black people into slavery and thing. No, this is the people and they must start. These are the people that must start slavery with you black man and thing, right? So I think I want people to have love for Africans and them. No, them Africans are the take what they get from the most, because now these are the people who set the trend now for all these other nations and them to come and do the nation of Israel wickedness today. And seeing myself when we go around and seeing every nation you face that you're taking advantage of. The black, Hispanics, and Native Indian man, East Indians doing it, Chinese doing it, the whites doing it, the Arabs doing them doing it. Everywhere you go and thing, right?
Right.
Now, so the Most High, right? He ain't forget, right? And the same thing today and all too again. The Most High ain't forgetting nothing more these other nations and them doing. So all the things that the other nations come and say, forgive and all thing and talking about forgive your enemy and all them things. Your enemies don't be around. Your enemies and them don't be around it, right? I agree. It have many brothers, all different parts of Trinidad and Tobago and thing. Who we are wrong talking about there? We enemies is we own brothers. We talking about love your brothers and them and things. We wasn't talking about these other nations and them. These other nations are going to get the wrath of the Mosai and then all Mosai that's waiting for you to keep his laws, statutes, and judgments. So right. So when we go and think now, say yeah, the Mosai saying, hey, me forget about them. Me forget about these Amaleks and all that. What people don't know and all too again, this is the people them take away. These are the people them take away identity. So this is this again now again soul for the soul did listen to the Mosai. These people will never be around. These people will never be around to the go to verse 3.
Verse 3. Now go and smite Amalek and utterly destroy all that they have, and spare them not, but slay both a woman, infant, and suckling, ox and sheep, camel, and ass.
So see again now everybody like this the Mosai all about love and all too again. So even the nation of Israel, which is firstborn, he beloved and thing, right? See when we go against the punish we and all too, and this again now the Mosai, all these other nations them coming against we now the Mosai gonna punish. And when the Mosai see again now, what you say? Both slave, both man and woman, infant and them thing. Them baby crying in pampers and then he said kill them and all to don't spend none and all to anything belonging to them Amaleks and them kill them and all to breed them belonging to them, let's kill them, kill every one of them and all to again. So again Christian church like the poem, yeah, the Mosai all about love and thing too. You right now use other nations and them you should right now should be bowing down to the nation of Israel right now. But again, you are not at the Mosai, right? And again, you all will never bow down to the Mosai. Because when you check back all these things and all too. So one, when you check back and all, so you have let me check back this and all too. So that just to show that these other nations not about the Mosai and all too. So we have a white man saying that he is Christ, which is Caesar Borgia and thing. When you watch around these other East Indians and them, right? So that and thing, you see them East Indians serving Caesar Borgia, they're not serving Caesar Borgia. So that's showing you already them are their own hidden custom. Right? So all these white people are their hidden custom. So now when you check now, now they hear that Christ is a black man. So check this now and all too. So they're not bowing down to Caesar Borgia is a white man. You feel these other nations and I'm going to bow down to a black man and then knowing that there's Christ and thing, Christ is going to force these other nations and them, and before telling it's not going to be like, yeah, look Christ come, look the Mosai thing. No, he's going to force them, he's going to kill them before they could bow down and thing. They're not going to come just and say, hey, look this black man I was talking about in the Bible and thing. And then I say, hey, look and then it wasn't with him. Because when you check back now and thing and you realize, hey, them not serving the one who they saying it is and which is an imposter. They go serve the one that the true king of the earth, which is Yahushua Mashiach. No, they're not going to do that and all too, right? So again, you see again that all these other nations and them, they're not about the Mosai and they're not about the Mosai and thing too. They're not about Christ and all too, right? So you see now, so when we go back and things, so this is the Mosai given soul and order and say, hey, kill all them Amaleks and them. And what the world hunt with today? These are the people and them running more or less running the world. When you check America and thing, they own everything in America and who they're putting in servitude, who they're putting in pressure and all thing, the same blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. So again, this is what one of our king, and he failed to listen to the Mosai. So as you read in scripture, he say, hearken unto me, listen to me, and thing. He didn't listen and thing, right? So now what you're going now? These same people now, but they take their identity, calling themselves Jews. And when they go in the Bible and thing, Mosai say they are the synagogues of Satan and all too again. So again, Mosai not about the Mosai doesn't the Mosai not about no love and no kisses and smiles and and relationships and all them things. No, the Mosai is very serious when coming to his people and when coming to these other nations going against his people and things, right? And all too, right? So, come on. Come on, Job 1:1.
The book of Job 1 and verse 1. There was a man in the land of Uz, whose name was Job. And that man was perfect and upright, and one that feared the Most High and eschewed evil.
So now when you reading scriptures now again, so this is the Christianity. Everybody love to say, hey, nobody imperfect and thing, right? So Noah, we read this now and think Noah was a righteous man and thing, right? And in the scriptures and then perfect man in the eyes of the Most High again. Now we come again, we see in Job again, and next man fearing the Most High, keeping the Most High laws, statutes, and judgment, and then upright. Can't say nothing and thing. We see and when you knowing knowing that evil and thing, knowing that hey, nah, see that day and thing, you don't have the knowledge. I didn't know hey, not to do that and thing. No knowledge to know that hey, if I catching fish and thing, and I pull up a shark and I pull up a shark, in way, let that shark go back in, let that shark go back in the sea. Going and hunt, you going and hunt. No, hey, if I see a booty and thing, could be hungry and thing. No, hey, I can't shoot that and kill that and thing. No, hey, the thing and them I could maybe see in the bush and thing and kill is a deer or something, right? So that this is the man and thing. No, hey, when them heathens and them keeping all the heathen customs, hey, not to go and follow these things and them. So again, they like to say that hey, nobody imperfect, but look the scriptures showing you, look the scriptures showing that men are perfect in the eyes of the Most High. Right?
Yeah.
Right. And verse 2, and there were born unto him 7 sons and 3 daughters. His substance was also 7,000 sheep and 3,000 camels and 500 yokes of oxen and 500 she asses and a very great household. So that this man was the greatest of all the men in the east and thing. So again now the Most High blessing him because why? Keeping his laws, statutes, judgments, and things, right? Following after the Most High and thing. And this is what the Most High want the nation of Israel to do again. And this is all we forefathers and them in the Bible and thing, right? And thing, right? All the cousins, all the uncles and them in the Bible, the Most High talking about here, all Jeremiah, Isaiah, and them things, Zephaniah, and all these things, and all these brothers coming down the line and thing, right? Right? And thing, right? So verse 4, and his sons went out and feasted in their houses, every one his day, and sent and called for their 3 sisters to eat and to drink with them. And it was so when the days of their feasting were gone about that Job sent and sanctified them and rose up early in the morning and offered a burnt offering according to the number of them. But Job said, it may be that my sons have sinned against and cursed the Most High, that thus Job continue. Thus did Job continue. Right. So now you see sometimes now we keep on thinking and we knowing, hey, nah, but things happening to we. You have to ask yourself now, why these things happening to we and thing? Why everywhere black people go and thing? You see black people murdered in the street. When you check back Jamaica and thing and thing 1500 we brothers dying in the streets and thing. In Jamaica, we check back in Trinidad here and thing 500 right through 500 every year and thing. You check how much years pass and see how much of we brothers and thing. Check these other nations and them. Check the ones and them again. And when you check up abortion clinics and thing, and when the most I say I've known you from since in your mother's womb and thing, and that's a show you know that we're not supposed to be doing these things, and they set up all these things in these other nations. And then when you check back all the crimes and thing, the drugs and all them thing and thing, which part these drugs and them is, and on which part all these drugs and all these things is and things. So there's a you see now it's something you see in your children and them, your children and them thing you try and think you're children and them going off and thing and it's asking yourself waiters and thing I doing. Yeah, waiters you're going against, you're sinning against the Mosai and thing, right? So now the Mosai, now Job seeing something going wrong with the children. So now he's saying by I wonder what them do dread and thing, right? And so this again now we should always be teaching children from I say again from the minute they started breed that hey all let them know about the most and thing because again that is our power and thing, right? And thing to let them know like hey we have things we have to follow and don't follow these other nations and them too. So now he like hey don't come to already know something what really my children and them do right now, like what the most I really put judgment on my children for it. So let me go again, right?
Right.
What was and his sons went on feast in their houses, and every one his day, and sent and called for their three sisters, and to eat and to drink with them. And it was so when the days of their feasting were gone about that Job sent and sanctified them, and rose up early in the morning, and offered a burnt offering according to the number of them all. But Job said, it may be that my sons have sinned and cursed the Most High in their hearts. Just say, Job continued, verse 6. Now there was a day when the Son of the Most High came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan came also among them, and thing, right? So, so this is Satan here now, right? So they love to say Satan have a falling out. They love to say that Satan have a falling out with the Most High and thing, right?
Right.
This is where they look the most. They look at Satan now answering. Look, Satan now coming to meet the Most High and thing too. So that's again when we go in the Christian church. And then we go in the Christian church and thing, we go to school and thing, we learn man same pagan language and all too, and then after tell you come make you count 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7 and thing, and they tell you the Sabbath is on the seventh day and thing. Now you go and you're doing Sunday worship and thing, all the and all these other pagan things and them too again, right? So now again like you lose everything and you lose everything. Now you're reading these scriptures and think, hey, only fish with scale, eating shark, all kind of thing. They tell you, the animals and them should be doing it must sure the choir must be proven for the two combinations and thing, right? So again now when we come back now again like it's like yeah, when I go then to the Christian church, get hypnotized or something like it. That's like you like a veilless cover and you know, like you just a walking zombie instead of no going wrong and no breath of life in you. And this again now and somebody you're going to scripture church and again now thing and like a breath of life is like that we're naturally breathing, but when the breath of life is naturally but the laws are the most high. When you check out and you take every law you take in the every law you take in every law you take and thing and you check about and you go against it. You could see everything. You wanna run down most I tell you a man can have more than one woman. Hey, but yeah, you think about it. If you want anything is righteous woman, you to is righteous woman and then you're talking about and thing woman that will not go behind a man and thing and women and them will serve the most high and thing too. Not going wrong holes and thing and when you check back I set the STDs, HIV and all these things again. The anything you check back again going and when you go and you think marijuana, you want to go and smoke marijuana and think paper and think you taking a paper and thing and the normal paper you're burning, you're taking paper, burn it outside, you're not putting that in your mobile, but take paper with something again. We're not supposed to be making that like that way how we come in a system to and do it. And now again all these different things mixing inside there and the show. And then after now when you get down you start to get down in age and all kind of thing, all kind of problems happening to you and thing. And again you're going against the Most High laws. And this is where the laws is the time about the breath of life, the Most High, the breath of life, the breath of life talking about the laws that will keep you upright, that'll keep you looking shining, right? Just like our King Yahushua, that spirit you have when they say is texture on the skin like that glowing thing, right? So this is how we're going to walk in the Most High laws and thing, right? Glowing and thing, breathing that breath of life and thing, right? So now we're going ahead. And the Lord said unto to Satan, Whence thou comest thou? Then Satan answered and the Lord and said, From going to and fro in the earth and from walking up and down in it. And then, so you see now the Satan answering to the Most High and thing, but I tell you, Satan had a falling out with the Satan had a falling out with the Most High and thing. Which part that is in the scriptures is not there. And then all these set of doctrines and thing, all these fake philosophies coming down, and we people coming to take and coming out in the again teaching the children all these things and them. And when these things are not about the Most High, and then after now we attack ourselves, what is really going on and things too, right? But now we will get things. So poor Job might say, hey, by something my children not knowing that the Most High really want to check him out and thing, right? So this is we're going to see here, right? And the Lord said unto Satan, Hast thou considered my servant Job, that there is none like him in the earth, a perfect and upright man, one that fear the Most High and exceedeth evil. So now, this is a man knowing this is a man knowing each other and I think this is he says sons are gods and thing, right? So this is one of the Most High he watching down and say, hey, you see this man here? Nah, you could do what and think this man gonna serve me, child. And think no matter what you try, this man gonna say the most I brag into the most I brag into Satan and think. Say again and think and this is what the most I want to this is what the most I want to brag again to angels and let them know, hey, yeah boy, you train Israel and think there's really the most they really had the most high spirit on him and things. So just like again now you have his orders and things. So again now we know that orders how we come down from the most high. We have the most high, we have Christ, we have the angels, we have and all these other people to lead Israel and things. So this again now the most high and then after now we have the elders and then with the what the Mosai just keep his meetings and all too. So this is the Mosai want to boast about the children of Israel and thing and boasting about this man of Israel saying, hey, you see he right? This man keeping my law, statutes and judgments. This man fear me. This man will never go against me and thing, right? So we go in. Then Satan answered the Lord and said, Thou, Job, fear God for naught. Verse 10, Had not thou made an hedge about him, above his house, and above all that he had on every side? Thou had blessed the works of his hand, and his substance and increase, and in the land. So that's Satan now tell him, yeah. And then you bless him, die why you serving you. And then yeah, so if he didn't have all them things, he wouldn't not be serving you, I think. The most I am thing. We go see it and thing as that's as we know as you that's bragging. This man as you know brag up with about this man upright, this man perfect and thing, right? So like nah. You only this man only sit and tell him that the only reason this man serving you and thing is because you are all this and thing. And this is again now would I love to take and when you go in the Christian church now and think they love to take all these people them who have went and make them feel like yeah them to the Most High when and sometimes them not about the Most High and then not about the Most High, they don't have the Most High spirit. So you see like these rich men and them in the Bible, Job was one that have the Most High spirit and them Abraham, Jacob, Isaac and all two that had the Most High spirit was rich men with the Most High spirit and all the Most High blessing them and thing. They're not going against the Most High, they're following every commandment the Most High lay upon, right? On the face of the earth, right? Um, right. And see that. Right. Verse 10, had not thou made an head, right now, verse 11, but put forth thy hand now and touch all that he had, and he will curse thee to thy face. Verse 12, and the Lord said unto Satan, behold, all that he had is in thy power, only upon himself put not forth thy hand. So Satan went forth from the presence of the Most High. Verse 13, and there was a day when his son and his daughters were eating and drinking wine in their eldest brother's house. Verse 14, and there came a messenger unto Job and said, the oxen were plowing and the asses were feeding beside them. Verse 15, and the Sabians fell upon them and took them away. Yea, they have slain the servant with the edge of the sword, and I only am escaped alone to tell thee. So now we start to see the children and them gathering, right? Or they in one brother house and thing, right? Which is the eldest brother house, right? Now this is all the messages. This is now Satan start to touch Job now, right? Start to take away the wealth now, right? And thing, right? So now the Most High learn them, the Most High taking away some of the blessings from him now, right? And things, so Satan getting it go ahead, right? So while he was yet speaking, there came also another and said, the fire of the Most High is fallen from heaven and had burned up the sheep and the servants and consumed them, and I only am escaped alone to tell thee. So again now our next part of me household start to go on thing, right? Verse 17, while he was yet speaking, there came also another and said, the Chaldeans made out 3 bands and fell upon the camels and have carried them away, yea, and slain the servants with the edge of the sword, and I only escape alone to tell thee. Verse 18, so I see now the society, all the blessings starting to go down the line and thing, right? From one to the next, to the next, to the next. While he was yet speaking, there came also another and said, thy sons and thy daughters were eating and drinking wine in their eldest brother's house. And behold, there came a great wind from the wilderness and smote the 4 corners of the house, and it fell upon the young men, and they were dead. And I only escaped alone to tell thee. Verse 20, then Job arose and rent his mantle and shaved his head and fell upon the ground and worship. And with all this now happen here, and thing, right? The children pass. Yeah. The children pass away, right? And thing, right? All the riches and thing we have and thing gone, right? And this man still going down to the Most High, grieving in pain and thing, right? And still going down to the Most High and praising the Most High and all too, right? And thing too. And this is again now why we should always be praising the Most High. And that's like as we see again in scriptures and everybody like come around and celebrating birthdays and celebrating Christmas when every one of these days, and then when they come around and all to these days never we don't own no day on the face of the earth. Yet again we going against the Most High and thing, and when you check back again now, all these pagan things again, we going against the Most High. So when you check out birthdays and thing, you're born 1982 and thing, and then after every year pass around, you say now your birthday and thing. When it is not your birthday, and then after again, you black Hispanic, especially you black Hispanic and native Indian man, and thing, it's not your birthday, and this is the common sense again, and all these things again, you picking it up from the Christian church and then tell you, hey, these things are really big and really nonsense and being as the Most High see it in the scriptures and things too, and this is make it look like, hey, you have no common sense at all in your head to know that hey, this is really pagan thing for itself. But a different year born is a different year born, and you keep on with him. So when you check back all these things, we going and celebrate all these things that are not making no sense at all, right? So now when you check back again now, and you see now all these things we having on the face of the youth and thing, and if you could go against the Mosai and 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 do what you want on the face of the youth and thing, and feel that the Mosai is like it's another thing, and that's nothing is happening to you. The Mosai just don't want nothing to happen to us yet, or you just waiting to maybe pass it on to your children and all too. So just like when Christ was, just like when Christ was an with the disciples and they see the blind man and ask him, hey, what go on with this man? What go on with this man? Does this man sin or his parents sin and thing? Right. So now when people being blind, people suffering with all these different sickness and schizophrenia and all these other things, and them now you asking yourself, but what is really going on? What is really going on and thing to again and thing to, because why the most I want you to be righteous right through and all too. So now when you're being righteous and all too again too, thing is not about you thinking that hey, I could go and do something and thing, and I know what I go pay for it, I go pay for it and all too. No, and things. So that way you thinking in your head that hey, you know what? I could go and do something wrong, but you know what? My family and them go gain success. My family and go gain some success out of this and thing, and you feel like you know what? Yeah, I go take the punishment with the most I give. And when the most I could miss you, the most I could miss you because that way you thinking and thing, and say again, your thoughts and the most I thoughts are not the same. And you thinking that hey, not knowing your children could start to suffer and thing. But in this case again now, this is where the most I know when and start so the most I take away the riches from Job, right? Now he take away children and thing, right? To see now if Job could serve him and all too again, right? So that's how we go back in Isaiah and thing, right? As the most I say, I make alive, I make dead and thing, right? So now he is in charge. He is in charge of all things on the face of the earth and thing, right? So no unrighteousness or thing with the Most High and thing. So people say, why that what the Most High, doing me and thing. That's why the Christian church wasn't telling you, hey, that you have to keep the Most High laws, statutes, and judgments right through right through. Because if you go against the Most High and thing, that hey, the Most High can make your children pay for it, or children coming down the line and thing, and then after saying, but wait, now all them babies and everybody baby good and thing. Why my baby had to come out so and thing. Yeah, you ask yourself that way. Um, I work at 40, 50 years. I work 40, 50 years and thing. You build up your house, you're not going to say, boy, yes, I'm going to look to spend a little vacation in Jamaica. I'm going to look to go England and go for a little vacation and boom now. The most I come and tell you, you're taking in some kind of pain when you go in the hospital now. The hospital tell you have cancer and all these things. All these things that of the most high doing and thing. So even your children born, even your children when it's born and all too. And your children have to go 5, 6, 7 and think one way come in, one way go out. It is of the most high and all too. And think. So this way the Christian church will tell you that hey, you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indian man, you have to praise the Most High right through. And again now, when you see some of these things and all to the Most High, again now, temptations and all these things are going to come into the Most High and all to again. The Most High will put things in front of you to see if you're really for Him and all too, right? And thing to make you fight your demons, all these smoking demons, when that happen running down halls and all these things and continue to do one thing. So the most I want to be righteous, right through and all too. You want to be righteous to him when you're good and all too. You want to be righteous to him when in the bad times and all too. The most I want to be righteous and all too. So that have people and all too that people and all they're praying to him. They pray, everything going on, everything nothing out order and thing. They just praying. And when everything that's good, they forget about the Mosiah and all too. And then after that, some people the same thing again now. They're good, so they don't need to pray to the Mosiah because they feel like, hey, I I doing all this on myself and things. So just like how the Mosiah say, hey, I make the blind and thing, I make rich, I make poor. Is the Mosiah doing it on the face of the earth, giving his reward and thing on the face of the earth the same way. He giving his reward to the people who was following him, keeping his laws, statutes, and judgments and thing. And as Christ said, everybody had a reward. So people them going against the Mosiah, they going against Christ and thing too, them had a reward. The same way again, the people them who following Christ and following Christ, which is the Black, Hispanics, and Native Indian, and all that, saying all the people them talking to the Black, Hispanics, and Native Indian man, and thing, you following Christ, your Hawashai Mashiach in Hebrew, you have a reward and all too again. So the same thing again too. So we Christians just like to tell you, God, the Mosiah is all about love and thing too. No, Mosiah not about no love and kisses alone. Mosiah about love, keeping his laws, statutes, and judgments. Right through the verses, right through the verses, and then we're going to see that from the get go and thing too. From Genesis, go straight to Revelations. Mosiah, keep his laws, statutes, and judgments. So like we just see sometime as again to, to see if the Mosiah not about his laws, statutes, and judgment. I'll go take it. We'll go to Ecclesiastes 12 and 13, right? So we're going in the Old Testament, right?
The book of Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man.
So now, this is the Old Testament and thing. So the Old Testament was saying that is the whole duty of man to fear God and keep his commandments and thing. And they love to say, hey, command we ought to keep no commandments and things. Christ come and die for Christ come and die for we, so we don't have to we don't have to keep no commandments and things. When Christ really come and he said you to really show that, hey, you see all them things what you was doing what we was doing there and thing, you should have be penalized for that and thing, right? So here going on. I go and take this penalty. I go and take this penalty for you and thing. I go and take this penalization for you and thing. And I want to know. So this is the love Christ has for you and thing. And this is the love the Messiah has sent in his son. What are all the sons that God and the face of you? This is his favorite son here now coming and taking this penalty for you, right? And saying, hey, you know what? And that Moses and thing is a dead man and thing for all this and thing we're doing here and thing. So now you're going on and thing now I bring in the understanding, I bring in the spirit of you now to know that hey, you see you see that you see a brother you see a brother wife and thing we're watching and thing. Don't watch your brother, don't watch your brother wife and thing die. Don't watch your brother wife because we're doing here, you're gonna hurt your brother and all too, and you're gonna cause them to be destroyed and all too, right? And you'll cause yourself to be destroyed and all too. Don't do that and don't do that and thing. Bring in that love and that understanding fear and thing to tell you know that hey, you have to keep the Mosai laws and thing. Anytime you go against the Mosai, you're very raw time. So now we get grace and now again now so they're taking grace now and they're switching everything. So everything what Christ said they're going against it and all too again. So now we're going to check back again. So even the same thing in the Old Testament, they talk about keeping the laws and all too again. So all you saying I know about the New Testament and thing. And then New Testament know about no laws and thing. You will see for yourself. So all it's saying again now, you in the New Testament and not about the Old Testament saying you have to keep the laws and things. So now we're going in the New Testament now. So we're gonna 1 John chapter 5 and verse 3.
Okay. there now?
Chapter 5 and verse 3.
The book of 1 John 5 and verse 3. For this is the love of the Most High, that we keep his commandments, and his commandments are not grievous.
So now, you see now we go in the New Testament and now to say the Most High say now, hey, this is love and thing that we keep his commandments and thing, and his commandments are not grievous and thing. So you check back everything on the face of the earth and thing, it's really not hard to keep. So all these things that the Christian church tell the laws and them done away with and thing and then after it's only 10 commandments and thing, and what knowing that the 10 commandments we most I was just refusing back the laws and them because the amount of time we spend in Egypt, we forget about the Most High laws and them, we forget about the Most High laws and things. So people feel like yeah, but when you check back again, a lot of these laws not in the 10, right? So the Most High was just refusing back these laws and them because we are lost. Because we spent too much time in Egypt, started following Egyptians and don't know we culture and thing, right? So now when you check back again and the Most High saying his Lord and not grievous. Save the Most High. This is where again now creator of heaven, creator of earth. This is how I like to read in the that's why God love to say our Father pray and thing, right? Creator of heaven and earth and thing. The Most High, you always see him. My commandments are not grievous, and my commandments are not grievous. So you black Hispanics and Native Indian man, the Most High is letting you that his commandments are not grievous, and you could keep the Most High laws and thing, right? You check back all them thing and thing. To have plenty nice fishes in the sea and thing, tasty fishes and thing. Sometime you mightn't have money to buy it and thing. Fish with, as you say, the combination wings with fins and scale. That's why we same combinations on the land part of it. Now we have must theoretical and must be cloven footed. So that the two and things. So when you check back and think, every day might have money to go and buy a redfish and thing too. You might be able to buy a cavali or a cando or salmon and thing. But nevertheless it is clean to eat at the Most High and things. So don't let anybody come and tell you that hey, you can eat pork, you can eat shrimps, you can eat shark,
Right.
you can eat lobster and things. As I say again, they put you all these things high. The things that them are the Most High set up for you to eat and thing. You go see no cavali and thing. Were healthy and strong for you and thing in the restaurants and them. But they're taking all these things and them what the Most High thing and all these healing customs and thing and they put it up there and you know and now you feeling like you up there now because hey, I could go on order I could go in the restaurant and order shrimps, crab, lobster and thing and say well yeah well all day. I went by TGI Friday and eat lobster and thing when these things destroying your body and thing and most important you're going against the Most High again. To same thing again when coming to these other animals and them again too again we have deer. So all who like to
Right.
all of them like to go and the wild meat part and thing. We are there. We could do have to go and eat the corn and the manicure and thing. Most likely we so the David and the domestic part and thing. So we have the chicken, we have turkey, we have goat, we have lamb, we have cow. So and things. So there's no getting away and thing. And all who like wild meat, we are there and thing. We can go and eat with there. Have plenty like the Robux and them. Or you don't have that down here and thing. Where my get you might other countries and thing. So it's no getting away. It's no getting when coming to the Most I say his commandments are not grievous and thing. Same thing again coming to the men and them and thing too again. Most Island, hey, a man could have more than one wife and thing. Do not grow on a next man. Do not grow on a next man wife. You could have 30 wife if you want and thing. You see that man wife and thing you are there? Don't grow on the next man wife and thing too. Whether you want to check back out again, there's no getting away from the Most High and all too. So when people feel to realize, hey, as again, the Most High laws is about righteousness and the face of the earth. and thing too. So out it again, you'll be like, I say again, like that dullness, you're like, let's be a walking zombie and thing too. Again, seeing yourself and all too, say, most I, there's no game, I know it is what it is for you women and them, and thing where, again, because of the Christian church destroy we black women and them and thing to all this one man to one woman and thing, and then after and they come with all these different things the marriages and all the thing and tell you that if you ain't married in a Christian church and thing, and then I tell your child that your child out a web block and all them thing and thing. Check how much sure out a web block if again and really thing and see web block and marriage and see if you really are the Mosai and thing and see if the Mosai am blessing them or if they do have the same skills, the same mindset to do the same thing as the children who they're saying born out web block and all them thing. And this is all the Christian church doing and keep on destroying we people and all to that. Certain time they used to be pushing all this web block thing. Now and they're pushing that again because they want everybody money and thing. You see Christian church telling about web block and thing again too. That was a certain time. Now they don't go through these things now talking again because again now they're shifting certain things again now to continue doing right. So again, see it again what the most I say is commandments and not grievous something. So when you check back on all to the most I feast days and all thing and what we have the most I feast days we have the Passover and all too the most I here they get the roast lamb, you get roast lamb thing season and thing with all the nice herbs and all these things and thing like 8 days partying with your people and all kind of thing and it's set up by the most high. 8 days are you not being under nobody. 8 days for you to come to the most high, keep the most high feast days which and all too is our vibes with your it's our vibes with your people and all too instead of going and celebrate all these Christmas coming here and when January reach and all too you're broken and thing right. They take all your money, get all to all these heathens and them and then them heathens and them smiling for the new year. Now you again now go and celebrate things. You wear out yourself painting, going around to go and get ladder, almost fall, break down, get in the house, burn down, and all kind of thing, and all these things keep on happening right through again, and we're going against the most and there's nothing we should be doing because the Christian church in telling us that hey, we're not supposed to be following these customs and them, right? So when you go back and all to again, no, there's no loss in following the Most High. It's only going to be when it's only going to be when with the Most High. That was some all is Naila Blackman. All I do is win, and thing. Yeah, I always going to do what the Most High is going to win, and thing with the Most High, and thing right. So again, no anybody saying that don't believe in the Most High is plain out and simple. There's a loser and thing too, right? They don't believe in the Most High and they believe in wickedness and thing too, right? So digest it, right? So now we'll go to Jeremiah to continue with the son all too as I love to say the Most High all about love and thing when the Most High is the biggest killer on the face of the earth and thing. Nobody have more all what the white man like to push about all these things in the movies about this one, the Arabs and them, the white man itself, kill a lot of people and then after call as a set of other people terrorists and all these things and things. But the biggest killer on the face of the earth is the Most High. Nobody have more kills than the Most High and thing too, right? And let's keep on adding and thing and nobody could numbers could come to add to that and all too. So black Hispanics and native in Yama, you need to come to the I.S.U.P.K and learn your law, statutes and judgments and things. Because if you don't learn the law, statutes and judgments and things, and knowing that you is from the knowing that you is an Israelite in the nation of Israel and thing too, most of the numbers will just continue going back up. But they'll be going back up with the heathens and also his people, his firstborn We'll be going back up. There's nobody on the face of the earth have more kills than the Most High. And that's plain and simple. And we have to say that Most High all about love. No, the Most High not about no love and no kisses and things too. Right? The Most High is very serious when coming to his Lord's statutes and judgments and things. All the people like to say the Most High Most High done away with the laws and things. There's nowhere in the scriptures that the Most High done away with the laws and things. The laws are there to keep for his generations to come and thing, right? Come and go, come and go, come and go. Yeah, continue keeping the laws and all too. Right? So when we go to Jeremiah 23 and 1 and 2. So this is Jeremiah chapter 23, verse 1. And we go into 2, right? Woe be unto the pastors that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture, saying the Lord. So now, this is all these pastors and them who should be teaching you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indian man, knowing that, hey, you are God chosen people, you are the nation of Israel. All these Colombians, Brazilians, and things, Argentines, and things, right? All the Trinidad, all these black men in Trinidad, in Jamaica, in Barbados, in St. Lucia, all you native Indians who are on reservoirs in America and things. This is where pastor not telling you that, hey, you as God chosen people and thing, right? But they elected to tell you that, and now again, they're in the white man pocket, tell you things to go against the Most High, not letting you know who he is and thing, right? This is what the Most High is saying here now, right? Say woe unto you. Say woe mean destruction and thing, right? So this is what the Most High is saying. So again, they love to say again that he is all about love and thing. This is where they're coming out of him out again. Destruction for all these pastors and them. And seeing again what these pastors them continue to destroy blacks and Native Indian lives. You see how they're promoting homosexuality and things like they're promoting Christmas, Easter, things that are not really made of the Most High, things that don't make no sense and things. Rabbit laying egg, woman with eight about 12 breasts, no woman on the face of the town. Now when you check a woman on the face side, whether that be of any nation, you always see that 2 breasts again and thing. And this is where they make blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indian worship and all these things and things. So this is where the Most High saying, woe unto you, will destroy his pasture, destroy the black, Hispanics, and Native Indian man and thing, right? The Most High saying destruction. So again, when you watch wrong again, so you're having a time, right? Driving Mercedes Benz, Audi, and then 3-story house, and then well furnished, and then nice cars, and then bank of comfort, flights all about the place. You're enjoying it, and then the Most High going to destroy you all, right? And he's saying it and all too. So again, so well, you just feel like the Most High just yeah, could do your one time thing and go against the Most High. No. Can't go against the Most High again to again. So he's saying it and all too. So all these pastors and all who destroying the nation of Israel, you are always going to get the wrath of the Most High and all too, right? So verse 2, therefore thus say the Lord, power of Israel, against the pastors that feed my people, you have scattered my flock and driven them away and have not visited them. Behold, I will visit upon you the evil of your doing, said the Lord. So see again now, Mosai again now saying, hey, you will visit oil with the evil oil, what oil do one thing again, right? So and no getting away from there's no getting away from the Mosai and all too and thing too. The people and them should be setting the order on the face of the youth and thing. We should be like the one of the like see like when you watch a policeman and thing when the police come, everybody not before like if you're smoking a weed now they legalize it again. When weed should never be legalized. When you see a police, it's like you should be ready to order weed or eat it because you know like if the whole year that you're going down and you're gonna spend some months or your grandmother have to go and get money now to bail you out and then this is how the priest and them should this is how the priest and them should have been on the face of the priest and them should have been the one of the jealous people on the face of the setting that these are the people and when you see them hey but I gotta get myself right, these are ones that could call the shot at me and say, "By here going on 18 months in jail for 18 months in jail for you and thing, right? So this is the ones that I'm again now should be setting that order and this is the ones the people that should be fair because this is the ones the people and them the closest thing to the Mosai. I think this is the ones should be setting down the Mosai laws, statute and judgment. And what these pastors them doing? They're going against the Mosai and thing too, and all too, and disregarding the Mosai and having no love for the Mosai people and thing on the face of the earth. And this is what the Mosai is saying. He will destroy you blacks, he will destroy you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. And you and that pastor he's talking about is of the same blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. The other nations already is going to get the wrath of the Mosai for so what they did. So this is not talking about you Indian imam and the white Joel Osteen's and them. Let's talk about you black Hispanics and Native Indian man and thing. We should be feeding, giving all his knowledge and understanding about the Most High, giving you all the laws, statutes and judgments and thing, right? So all you like we take for instance Pastor Coffee and thing, right? He is our brother. The Most High is going to destroy this brother for not teaching the black Hispanics and Native Indians. You are God chosen people. You're going to destroy him for you congregating with East Indians and then in his places and thing, right? And thing too again, right? You're going to destroy for not telling you that hey, you should be keeping these laws, statutes, and judgments. Another brother again talking about his prep TD Jakes and them two again. Another pastor of the nation Israel, you're going to destroy you all for not knowing him. So again, Mosai know about no love and kisses and things. Mosai is very serious something when coming to his Lord statute and judgment. Mosai is very serious when coming to the nation of Israel and thing too, right? So when we watch back again to right through the scriptures again, and thing you see it again with the Mosai, say keep his Lord statute and judgment. When you start in the scriptures and how you see it with many people be it either if you decide to go against the Mosai, a lot of people die and thing, right? Even you see it many times now that you see it many times just like with Job and all too. Mosai wanted was to see if Job was really a man for him. He lost his children and them to the same way. You see it that because of time's sake and all too. We see it with the children of Israel, the Mosai kill the firstborns at the Egyptians and them and all too, so they don't feel like thing let babies and things die in the firstborns of the Egyptians and them too itself and all too. And the thing again, we see it another time with is Ezekiel wife we see it with Ezekiel and all too again too. He love his wife and thing and putting out more or less like putting away duties and should be having that the Mosai first out of all things again. You see it again. So the Mosai been killing people for a very long time and thing too, and it's still killing people up to the day and all too and things. So, and even even maybe tonight in the morning and thing, right? And all through the Most High still killing people and thing too. So he make dead, he make alive and thing too. And thing, right? So there's no love and no kisses with the Most High and thing. And the Most High is very serious when coming to his Lord's statutes and judgments, as we say. The Most High is very serious when coming to the nation of Israel, right? The Most High is very serious with these other nations, afflicting the nation of Israel and thing too. So again, the Most High is very serious about you serving him, you black Hispanics and Native Indians and all too. So again, if you don't serve him, again, you will be penalized. Death will come your way and all too, right? So again, and it mightn't be death, it might be sickness, something, but whatever way again, the Most High is not about all his niceness. The Christian church like the push and thing. The Most High is very serious. And with that, I'll pass the class over to Priest and Officer Barrier. So all the black Hispanics and Native Indian man come to the I.S.U.P.K. The I.S.U.P.K have classes one day to right through the week. One day you have class with Officer Makakabal, teaches history and thing, right? And then you come and learn about these other nations, what the other nations do. Come and learn how to move around these other nations, like how some of our brothers and them in the Bible, how that was around them and how it still could serve the Most High and thing too. And thing, right? Think come and learn all these things and them, right? And after now we have brotherhood classes with Officer so Apiala and thing again, come again now to learn that brotherhood, that to know that hey, this is not about you, this is not about you alone, right? Because when we check back the laws and when check back the laws and thing, the laws wasn't given to John and thing, was given to a nation, and this is what we paying this is what we paying as a nation and thing to say same thing again. So even the Musa and all showing you that brotherhood and all too. You go against you go against your brother and all too. We pay as a nation and again the Most High punish you as a nation and all too. And again now Wednesday night we have the lower class with Officer Makoyat again. Come and get again you that breath of life and thing had a shining, right? And thing right like I shining, seeing that glow and glowing and you. That's like in the sea in the nighttime when sometimes you see in the nighttime when the water green and you go and dive in it and thing, you see now it's sparkling and thing. Yeah, come and learn them laws and thing and be marvel. Let people say, yeah, but this brother and thing, this brother upright like them Noah and Job and Christ and thing we're talking about in the Bible and thing. And then after now we have the Lakaw and Kadash, we have the Hebrew classes, which is with tongue and thing. We know right now we're speaking a lot of English and Spanish and thing, pagan languages, and even when we go to extent we using this language and them to go against with brothers and them and all too when you check it out and all too. So we killing all with brothers and them with guns and thing to the same and now and even in this language and all too somehow we trying to be full up in the white man language and all too. It might have a brother in talk to right. You want to tell your brother, hey, it's how you talking and all kind of, it's how you talking and thing and then going against the brother and thing and that not right. And this is the I.S.U.P.K now bringing back that knowledge to walk the righteous and to be straight in the eyes of the Most High. And then after we have the Sabbath service on Saturday again with Officer Yakad and thing too again. And then after we have a breakdown with our camp leader Officer Galawan, right? We'll teach you again things right through the Bible from the start to the get-go, right? So tune into the I.S.U.P.K, right? This is the only school right now will save black Hispanics and Native Indians life, right? Alright, so that will pass the class over to Priest and Officer Barrier.
Security announcement. We are the I.S.U.P.K out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. under commanding General Yahanna. New rules for brothers and sisters. When a brother or a sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. After 6 months, if a brother or a sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or a sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother or sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, you can find this in Numbers 18 to 21 and Malachi 3, 8 to 10. Means tenth in Hebrew and is pronounced Ma'ashera. 10% of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the Treasury Department. Priest fund. Free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like to give, upcoming holy convocations, would be the Feast of Purim, 14th and 15th day of the 20th month, February, Tuesday the 15th, 2021. You can find this in Esther 9, 20 to 31. Remind Achium and Aquathium to check on social media such as ISUPK.com, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and so on for I.S.U.P.K events and materials. If a brother wants to be a trooper in the school, then he is to start wearing all black, which includes black boots, light shirts, light pants, light headbands, or scarf. And with that, we say, I imagine. Turn and face the east. Abanawa. Shabashamayam. Kwadash. Aya. Shamka. Yahweh. Malakwaka. Taba'a. Ratazaka. Aya. Aisha. Barataza. Kawa. Aya. Bashamayam. Natananawa. Lakam. Kal. Wam. Wasalak nanawa. Kawawak nanawa. Kasalak nanawa. Kawawak yanawa. Wala. Taba ya nawa. Basawan. Abal. Ha wa shanawa. Mayan. Rai. Kaya. Laka. Amalakwa. Wa taparat. La yam. Aman.
What we just said, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come, thy will be done, in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power and the glory, forever. So be it.
With that, sir, let's give the teacher one courtesy salute. I imagine Shabbat. I imagine Barak. Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushai Barakatah.
Yahweh Hashem Yahushai Barakatam.
Yajimata. Let's give the sisters online one courtesy salute. I imagine Shabbat. I imagine Barak. Yahweh Shema Alatan Ba'asham Yahushai. Yajimata. Class dismissed.